One of my fondest childhood memories involves signing a recycling and anti littering pledge, which I took very seriously in grade 4. Signing this pledge was the culmination of weeks of worksheets and activities relating to the environment. This was something that I was passionate about at the time. Now, 20 years and many pledges later, I believe that it was in those early years that I cultivated the empathy that has led me to live a life as a storyteller. A few years ago, I began a series of poems responding to health related news stories in South Africa. And one of the stories that really captured my attention was about the deaths of infants due to carbapenem resistant enterobacteria, or CRE. I wanted to show that behind the hospital numbers and the statistics were real people, real patients who were mourning. This poem is titled Blue for Boy. Name given, umbilical cord ligated, ink drying on baby's birth certificate, first cry pending, APGAR score 1. News from neonatal intensive care unit, skin color blue, heart rate abnormal, reflexes absent, muscle tone low, panic. Nurse contacts the only specialist on call. No response from the pediatrics department. Baby still blue after nasal prong oxygen. Poor outcome predicted. Panic. Where is the doctor on call? Can someone give the wailing mother something, a sedative, a meal, an explanation, anything? Say to her, sorry, there's nothing we could do for your boy. Baby blue, baby still as a doll. Differential diagnosis, drug-resistant bacterial infection. Mother given the news, don't worry, you'll have another one. Don't panic. In medical school, I thought that I would eventually specialize in pediatrics, and that is why stories such as the one that inspired Blue for Boy continue to affect me. Another story that I was affected by was one about a fire that broke out in a Gauteng hospital. And this exposed the fact that even though fire safety audits were conducted, these were failed, but nothing was done to rectify this situation. This poem is titled 7 Lessons on Phosphorescence. Remember all that you have been taught about fire. Dante's Inferno, Hades, the burn wounds practical at the skills lab. Remind yourself that this is not an airplane. There will be no oxygen mask descending from above. There will be no opportunity to stabilize yourself. Run to the pediatrics ward. Remember what you were taught in physics: heat, energy transfer, speed. Hold children in your arms and run. Cry when alone. Hold smoke in your mouth, run. Cough when alone. Make that mandatory check-in phone call. Tell your love that you will be home soon, that they should not wait up. Say nothing about the flames. Remember that this fire is not unlike you, fluorescent and phosphorescent, burning beyond the call of duty. Watch this fire die down. But remember that when the fire dies down, the scabs remain. And when the scabs fall off, the scars remain. So speak. Tell your love what the fire did to you. Stop holding smoke in your mouth. Count on your fingers the ones that it took. When the fire dies down, the scabs remain. When the scabs fall off, the scars remain. Some evidence is indestructible, so speak, heal, tend to what remains in the aftermath. Re-establish the scaffolding of your body, brittle, so brittle, but relearning the beauty of water. One of my favorite modules in medical school was pharmacology, because we were not taught only about the different medicines and their mechanisms of actions, but we were also taught about the overall we were given a more holistic view of the pharmaceutical industry and the impact that it has on the natural environment, and also the ways in which it interacts with traditional medicine practitioners and indigenous herbs as well. But it was only during my psychiatry rotation that I became fully aware of what the pharmacological industry does and how it affects people. And this poem is titled Regression. When she steals her caregiver's ring and pawns it for a fix, you must say, this is not how a testimonial is supposed to read for an outpatient. And her disinhibition and inappropriate smiling are not good signs. Let's book her in for observation. When she threatens her mother, you must say, this is not how family feedback is supposed to read for a patient wanting to keep getting weekend leave. And her disinhibition and inappropriate smiling are not good signs. Let's take away her privileges, put her in Ward 6. When she stabs a nurse, you must say, this is not how a progress report is supposed to read for a patient wanting to remain in an open ward, and her disinhibition and inappropriate smiling are not good signs. Let's put her in a closed ward. When she develops insomnia and anxiety, you must say, this is why we have drugs. Serenades is to serenade her to sleep at night. Disappower is to make her worries disappear during the day. And when a colleague sees your patient and comments on their teeth grinding, their pill rolling tremor, and their tears, you must say, last resort, let's give her clozapine, or refer her for counseling with the pastors. Besides, the prophets said that they would be weeping and gnashing of teeth, but not like this. I'm still learning so much about the world that we live in. I'm still observing so much about the world that we share. And I'm hoping that in doing so, I will always have a story to tell. So, hi. What's your story? Will you share it with me? There might be a poem in there.